Yo guys, today in this video we're gonna be talking about licenses in APM. Will they ever come to the game? That's what we're gonna be discussing in this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so many of you guys may know APM is best known for its roleplay aspect, I would say. I personally started playing this game based on how realistic it is when it comes to the roleplay aspect. So if you're like hooking up trailers and stuff, you're about to do like a delivery and things such as that, like the off-roading aspect as well. So things such as that. But will licenses ever come to the game? That's a question that I could not answer right now, but maybe after this video we might get something from the owners of the game. But as most of you guys may know, there are tons of Roblox games that have these licensed brands, these licensed car brands, and these Roblox games are, to name a few, Driving Empire and Vehicle Legends are the most common ones that people think of, and they have a lot of brands licensed. So for example, Driving Empire has the most, I'm pretty sure. They have like over 20 brands that they paid for to be in the game. So we're gonna get into how much it could cost, but some of these brands that Driving Empire actually licensed, they could be like, for example, they could range from expensive to cheap. So it could be like hypercar brands, supercar brands such as McLaren, Porsches, Lamborghinis, one of the recent brands that Driving Empire actually licensed. There's also Pagani, a very nice looking brand, like very luxurious. And then there's also like brands such as, let me think, like there's so many brands like Range Rover is one of them, Hennessy, like I don't know if I said that, but that's one of them. Cadillac is one of them, Chevrolet is one of them. So there's a lot of brands that are licensed by these games, and that basically means that the real version of the car or of the brand or any car that are licensed from that brand, like for example, let's say a Lamborghini, if they have the Lamborghini Huracan, they have that exact replica one-to-one version of the real life car in the actual game. So it's going to be very realistic, and due to them actually licensing these brands, a lot of traffic has came to the game. The game got more popular because licensing in Roblox, like licensing brands in Roblox, has never really been a thing ever since they started doing it like around 1 or 2 years ago. So it's fairly new, but yeah, APM would be, I think, a pretty good game to license these, but obviously it's gonna cost a lot of money because they're not gonna just give out these licensed brands for free. You need to actually go ahead and pay for it. So I don't know about the exact prices of everything, but they could definitely range from 5 figures to 6 figures. That's what my guess is, and that's what some people have told me. It could obviously be more, and then there's also gonna be, I don't know, agreements between the brands in the game. So if APM was, let's say, licensing a brand, let's say Ford, and they have a few, what's it called, a few cars from this brand, so it could probably range from low 5 figures to high 5 figures. In that range, I think that's how much it will cost, but maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's less, maybe it's more. But yeah, those are some of the prices of what I think the licensing could cost, and when it actually happens, it's gonna be very exciting. I don't really see a lot of people making videos like this on APM, so if you guys want me to make more videos on the game, maybe like suggest like events that they could have in the game, things such as that, there's tons of ideas that I could do on the game that nobody has done yet, but I'm just honestly just sticking to what's best and what's working and what's getting the most views. Like if you guys go on my channel, I'm doing like transportation videos and things like that, like situation videos. Like for example, I just did a video with like a fire truck. So if you guys want to see more videos beyond that, like for example these videos, so if you guys want that, comment it down below. But yeah, it would be pretty cool if APM actually licensed these brands, and some brand suggestions that I actually have in the game that they could definitely license. So I'll start off with my first one. It could be Ford, this vehicle that I'm driving right now. Imagine if this was licensed. So if I actually go in the interior, this is not licensed. It does not look like any car that would look like this in real life. Like it doesn't have badging, it doesn't have the speedometer and stuff like that. It's supposed to be a Raptor, but it kind of looks like it, but with the non-badging and stuff like that, it's kind of throwing me off. But yeah, this is gonna look very nice if this is licensed. And then we also got a lot more vehicles, so that's one of them. Imagine if semi-trucks actually got licensed. That would be insane. I don't really know the names of the semi-trucks, like what is this called, Bolt something, I don't know the exact names, but imagine if these licensed semis were in the game. That would be so insane. That this would be like the first game to license semi-trucks. Like bro, imagine if this semi actually had like the badging, the proper badging. Like right now the badging is basically APM. That's like the name of the semi, I guess. APM right here, and then there's like no badging on this side. Is there anything here? Nope. Okay, so basically APM, and then the interior APM right here, and then yeah, there's like no real brand. There is no writing of a brand that this truck was made by. So imagine if that was in the game and it was actually realistic and exactly how it is in real life. That would be pretty insane. But yeah, that's something that they could go ahead and definitely license. And then we also got like other vehicles. So let me go ahead and check the inventory, I guess. So we got Mustangs. Okay, that would be pretty cool. I don't know what this is. We got a Corvette. Okay, ATVs. I don't know the brands of this. Maybe like Yamaha or something. That would be pretty cool. Hummer. They could definitely license Hummer. Let me go ahead and check this. So I do not exactly know names of these, some of these. So we have GMC right here. Let me go ahead and spawn this in. This would be a pretty cool truck to actually license. Imagine if we had GMC licensing and we actually had the badging and stuff. Like these new GMCs, their interior are very nice. Like right here it should say GMC. It looks really nice. So imagine if this was in the game and the doors actually open. That's another thing. Like APM is pretty good, but some of their physics aren't really the best or the most realistic. Like for example, in the vehicle it might not like handle the best and things like that. Some things are kind of off, but yeah, that's another thing. And also maybe like to make it more realistic, they should add features like, I don't know, opening doors and stuff like that. When you click like a button on the door and stuff, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, those are some things that I could definitely see in the game that could definitely make the game a lot much better and a lot more people will like the game. But yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty much it for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'm out.